What's up? It's Pandar. I'm hanging out with Dyro. Welcome. Thank you so much for seeing me, sir.
You're welcome, man.
First off, congratulations. DJ Mag Top 100. 27, right?
27 this year.
Can you just tell me how that feels?
Well, the best thing about it is like, there's all these fans that voted for you, and especially this year, I think they have the most votes of any year. So to be number 27 means that there's a lot of people that voted for me, and that's the best feeling. It's a big honor, you know, to have that many fans voting for you.
That's what's up. Can you tell me, what were you doing when you found out like you got the word? Were you like watching home at TV, or like taking a bath, or eating some dinner, and you're like, oh, I'm in DJ Mag Top 127?
Well, actually, I think it leaked before, right? And like at first, everybody was like, "Is this really the real DJ Mag?" Turned out that it was the real DJ Mag. So you know, at first you can't really like get a judge about it because you know you're not sure. But I found out, yeah, I don't know, a couple days before the DJ Mag, so it was good. You know, I was happy. We're in the middle of ADE. We're doing our own shows, me and Bass Checkers, especially the tour we're doing now. We started it at ADE, so around that time we found out. So it's really cool.
That's what's up. And talking about tour life and production life, you know, you guys are always on tour, always doing stuff. How do you guys find the time to balance between touring and production? It must be difficult. For
me, that's probably the hardest thing. That's like such a big challenge for me because you know I'm a studio person, so I don't want to say I'm only good at one studio, but like I'm the best in like my own studio because I'm used to my room and everything around it. So I kind of tend to choose for like a comfortable way. So what
I like my coffee. I like my equipment.
Exactly.
Me, myself, nobody else. I don't want to borrow anyone else's. My home, everything.
Exactly. So. But that's who I am, and that's how I am, and like my manager and my agent, they all know how it works. So what they do is like, if I'm on tour for a long time, they make it up by giving me a lot of time in the studio.
That's
so
awesome.
It's really important to have those people in your career because they actually care about your production career and your DJ career. So it's really cool that they care about that. So yeah.
That's awesome. And now, especially with you blowing up so much and getting the attention of radio stations playing your songs and mix shows and things like that, how exciting is it to hear your stuff on FM radio stations?
It's the best feeling in the world. It's the recognition what it's about. You know, it's like all those people that are listening to the radio and like know your song, you know, it's so cool. I can't really say anything else about it. It's like, it's the recognition that matters. It's the fans that get your song on there, and that's the most important thing, in my opinion.
That's awesome. And I always ask this question because it's a super exciting question. You know, what were you doing the first time you heard that is my song on the radio? Stop what you're doing. This is what were you doing? What was the first time?
It was probably, well, the thing is, in Holland, which is, in my opinion, one of the reasons why there's a lot of DJs coming from Holland. In Holland, it's more normal to have dance music on the radio. So there's like a couple of radio stations that support dance music. So it's almost like easier to get on the Dutch radio before you get on American radio. But even considering just being on the radio in the first place it's an amazing feeling, you know, because it doesn't have anything to do with fans or anything. It's just like these big bosses that choose like, oh, we're gonna pick this guy's song and this guy's song and this guy's song because they're gonna work the best, and like
that's exactly how it works.
It's being recognized by the fans and being recognized by the industry, and that's
unrecognizable.
Yeah, exactly.
And then a lot of people, especially now with people just loving to produce, a lot of people get discouraged and they say, oh, I need to have the Nexus, I need to have all the best equipment ever to make just these awesome beats, I need to have amazing synths. Is that really true, or no? You can make good music just by starting out with your laptop.
It's experience. The thing is, well, now it's all about like, oh, I need this synthesizer, that synthesizer. But when I started, it was all about like, I need to get my song mastered. But that wasn't the case, because it's all about the hype, you know. When I started, it was like, I made this song, but it doesn't sound good because it's not mastered. But that's not the case. It's all about the effort you put in it and to make it sound good. Now it's all about synthesizer, and I just think it's about experience. I put 60, 70 hours in a song, and it's like so much fucking work, and yeah.
Never stops. The grind never stops.
Well, I don't know. I really think it's about experience. You know, if you really wanna work on like music and you're really willing to become what you want to become, like you want to spend like all these hours in like getting to know the synthesizer you're talking about. You know.
And people don't really understand that it's a lot of hard work. It's a true passion. It's not a, hey, I want to do this for fun and get a bunch of girls and party all day.
Well, that's what we make it look like. It's kind of it's kind of deceiving, and I understand why, because you know it looks like we're all partying and doing our thing, but people shouldn't forget that like we're making weeks, like 7 days a week touring, and like only getting like in total 10 hours of sleep, which is ridiculous, because like no normal human being can like function in that way.
Do you ever have moments where you're just like, I just want to sleep. I don't want to
Yeah.
talk to anyone right now. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, especially me, because honestly I'm a weirdo.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, that's who I am, you know. And always, a lot of times it comes with creative people, like they're weirdos. I'm a weirdo, and like I like to like crawl back in my comfort zone and like be like, I don't want to talk to everybody. Especially like, for instance, we're on this tour right now. We're on a bus. There's like 10 people on the bus, and it's pretty big. And you know, there's like a room in the back, room in the front. So I'll just claim the back room. Be like, don't disturb me. Just leave me the fuck alone, and I'll do whatever I want.
I tell you what, the most successful people I've ever came across, especially in radio and big artists, are the biggest weirdos ever. So being weird is a very good thing. Don't worry about that.
I really agree with that.
And then now the next single, big single that you're pushing, you say it's going to come out in the December timeframe. You said in a couple months.
Actually, well, the whole point we're on tour right now is me and Bass Jackers. Last year we did a song in February. It was called Grid, which was kind of an experiment, because like Bass Jackers are two guys, right? So it's like Marlon, who's the DJ, and Ralph, who's the producer. So first I met Ralph last year, or like I think almost 2 years ago. Anyway, we started working in the studio. We made this song together. He sent me the idea. We didn't really hit the studio together. We just like worked online, and the song turned out to be really successful. It didn't really hit that high in the charts, but for us, it worked on the dance floor, and we gained a lot of respect from it in the scene, because everybody knew that song. It doesn't really matter if it hit the chart. And we did a tour around that last year in April, and we did a 10-day tour, and it was really good. You know, I got to know Marlon too, and we became friends. Me and Ralph were obviously friends, and me and Marlon became friends. And like every single festival or show where they were around, I would always like hook up with them, hang out with them, you know, party with them, anything. So we were like, if this is working so well, why don't we do another song, another tour? So we made this song. We're working on the song, and in the middle of the song, our American tour agents came, and they were like, we should do another tour, but this time we should do it really big. So we were in the middle of working on the song, and we sent it to them, and they were like, okay, this is gonna be really good, so we're gonna do a tour around it. And they came up with this tour of like 30 shows, or like 30 plus shows. So, which was for us, I think this is the biggest tour I've ever done in my career, also for Bass Jackers. So it's really cool, you know, and like we finished the song, did the first show in Amsterdam during ADE, did like the kickoff, premiered the song there. Wasn't really quite done there, so I think today is going to be the first time we're going to play the final version of the song. So it's going to be really interesting, you know?
Do you ever get nervous around those times when the songs are about to get released, the big tours are about to start? You're like, I wish everything needs to go perfectly.
Oh, definitely. First of all, I have, I think it's like in my head, there's something wrong in my head where whenever I play a new song, I always think like, this isn't good enough, or this doesn't work, or the reaction isn't good enough. And I work on it like even more, which also is a good thing in the end, because like I spent that much hours on it to make it even better. And second of all, I'm a perfectionist, you know, which is also the reason why I started my own label and everything. Like first I was on their reveal recordings, you know, with Hardwell, Danik, which was a really cool time for me. And I'm still part of the Revealed crew, but I figured like I need something for myself. And you know, I was making music that was so different of what they were doing and what their vision was, that they were like, maybe you should start your own label, because the people in Revealed recordings are also the people in my management. So we're like, okay, you should start your own label. So we did. And it's been really good because I'm a perfectionist by heart. And when I release a song, first of all, the song that I work on is my baby. I stick like 70 hours in a song, and like the final project is my baby, and I want the best for that song, you know. So everything has to be in line with it. So the artwork, the teasers, the promotion, everything, you know.
And now you have full control.
Yeah, exactly. So when you're working with almost an extension label, because like it's Revealed Recordings, which isn't mine. I don't have shit to say in that. I'm releasing with them, but I don't have anything to say. So the thing is, they do their own thing, and like I don't always agree with that. So now I have full control, like you said, full creative control about everything, and it like gives me a lot of freedom and like less stress.
Well, congratulations on that, because honestly, there's not too many artists that get that. So milk every moment of it.
It's a gamble. It's like, you know, you never know if it's gonna work. You know, we'll see. You know, we're releasing a couple of good songs. Like we're doing new artists, especially focusing on my songs right now. But I think maybe in the future we will be able to be a platform for like new guys that are doing something different.
Well, I know you guys will. I wish you nothing but the best. And thank you so much for showing us love and stopping by.
Man. Appreciate it. Hey, what's up? My name is Dyro, and today's hit music is on Z90.